Coffee. All my coffee people, what are you drinking today? What kind of coffee do you like? What's your favorite? I think this kind is like some basic pumpkin vanilla something that Marky picked up. I don't know what it is, but it's really good. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we're going over my honest opinion after 3 years of being a vegan bro. Now, a lot of you probably think that being a bro is a negative thing, and there are some negative connotations with that, but let's just be honest. I have some bro tendencies, and I'm not afraid to embrace that. I wouldn't say I'm a full-on bro, but I definitely do some bro things. And I'm vegan, and you don't really see that kind of a combination too often, so let's go over my honest opinion of what it's been like for these past 3 years. At this point in my YouTube journey, I don't write out a script for my YouTube videos, so this is all coming straight off the cuff, straight off the top of my head, or some would say straight from the heart. Part of the message I want to portray on YouTube, much as the same that I portray on Instagram, is that you can have muscles and be vegan at the same time. With that message, I want to bring everything with 100% honesty. Now, keep in mind, this is 100% my opinion, but it's also 100% my honest opinion. So we're gonna hit the good, the bad, the possibly ugly. We've got some jiu-jitsu for you today. We've got some vegan muscle meals, of course, and if I'm lucky, we're gonna have some vegan cheat food. Depends on how the day goes. Depends on where the missus is at in her day. Let's get into the video.
Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Everybody know that I'm bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Everybody know that I'm bad to the bone. Bad to the bad to the bad to the bone. You better know that I'm bad to the bone.
I'm on my way to jiu-jitsu now, where I'm gonna meet my brother Brian. If you guys don't know Brian yet, he's a black belt, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He's a complete animal. He's freakishly strong for his size, and he's super fast. So being that he's a black belt, he's just a complete nightmare to spar with. I'm excited to get into it. We're gonna do some training, some repping, and then we're gonna get some sparring in. So I'll show you guys some purple belt versus black belt action. Probably get some footage of me getting beat up a little bit, and that's okay. It's part of the fun of jiu-jitsu. At this point of the day, I've already got my back and shoulder workout done. I actually wanna switch gyms because the gym I'm in now doesn't really like filming all that much, and I want to be able to share my workouts with you guys a little bit better than in my dungeness basement. So at this point, I've got my workout done. I've drank a liter of water, and I've had my signature Pre-Jiu-Jitsu Smoothie. If you guys haven't seen my last video, what I eat in a day when I'm on a cut as a vegan, make sure to check that out because I go over exactly how to make my Pre-Jiu-Jitsu Smoothie along with the supplementation that I put inside of it. I've also ran on a pre-workout, so I'm running on coffee right now, and coffee is a great replacement for pre-workout, but you have to be careful because for me at least, it's really easy to drink too much. And for all you guys out there who are in combat sports, you understand that if you have too much caffeine before you train, spar, compete, it is one of the worst feelings in the world. It's a great way to feel like you're having a mild heart attack while your lungs are exploding inside your chest. So too much caffeine, not a good thing before sparring. So I'm kind of walking a tightrope with that right now. But a little bit of self-control goes a long way, as with anything. We're almost there. Let's dive into this. Yo!
What's happening?
Dude, why is there always some kind of a detour in downtown Willoughby?
I know, it's super annoying.
Alright, dude, sorry I'm late.
It's all good.
Don't beat me up too bad.
Don't beat me up.
Yeah. Alright, see you in a minute.
Alright, see ya.
Bye. Spin around and do some leg stuff. Just be like... Yeah.
But never again, back on our grind, you know what it is. Yeah, this is our year. Knocked us down once, we got up again. Put in the work, so I know we gon' win. This is for real, we never pretend. We gotta win, yeah. I had to stop being basic. All of my dreams had to chase me. Counting me out, I counted me in. Fell off before, but never again. They boxing me out, I never fit in. Never would fold, never could bend. Just wanna win. pay cause I had to save up. Now they can't say much, changing the game up. Back on my grind like I never left. Gotta take this to a level up. Gotta stay focused, can't mess it up. Gotta move smart cause I know that they testing us. I'm in my bag, no longer checking the tags. Remember the days I wanted this bad. Now look where I'm at, I cannot be mad. Jumped in the game and I did the dash. There's no looking back, can't live in the past. I know that you sad, go get you a bag. All of this winning is making you mad.
So not sleeping in, not sleeping in, not sleeping in.
Just wanna win.
Hope is more to help me. I just can't decide whether this wanna take me.
Just wanna win.
I decide to fight. Whether this wanna take me. Or will I decide to fight?
We came to fight, we came to win. We came to fight, we came to win. We came to fight, we came to win. We lost before, but never again. We came to fight, we came to win.
Training done, and that brings me to my first point. 3 years being a vegan, bro, and I've noticed my stamina is awesome. I touched on this briefly in my last video. Basically what happens is when you go vegan, your blood vessels begin to open up. You begin to get rid of your cholesterol and you get better blood flow from this. Now remember, your blood carries oxygen to your muscles. The more oxygen you can get to your muscles, the more efficiently they're gonna be able to operate, and for longer periods of time. It doesn't take long to notice this effect. For me, it was around 2-3 weeks, and then I noticed an improvement, and I hadn't really changed anything in my training regimen, but I noticed I was lasting longer in jiu-jitsu. I was also able to push more reps in the gym. You know, where I'd do 10 reps before, I was now hitting like 12 or 13 and kind of still felt like I had some gas in the tank. That extra stamina is great. Don't let anybody tell you that when you go vegan, you become weak. That's just not what happens. If you go vegan and you lose strength, muscle, endurance, it's not because you went vegan. It's because of how many calories you're eating. It's because of your workout regimen. It's because of other things. Just going vegan in itself isn't gonna make you weak. I don't know where this came from, but I'll be the first to tell you that's not what happens when you go vegan. And since we're talking about the positive aspects of going vegan first, then I can touch upon my joint health. Now, up until the point I went vegan, I was dealing with joint pain a lot. I had a lot of run-ins with tennis elbow and a lot of run-ins with golfer's elbow. I would ice my elbows, I'd ice my shoulders, I would still have pain. I was taking joint support supplements. That really didn't help. It probably eased the pain by like 50%. And it got so bad to the point where I was considering giving up either jiu-jitsu or weightlifting. And keep in mind, this was before I even had my spine surgery. For those that you don't know, I was injured in the gym doing heavy barbell lunges, and I wasn't using, if I'm gonna be completely honest, perfect form. I was going a little bit too fast on the eccentric movement, basically when I was lowering myself to the ground, and I wasn't controlling it, and the weight was bouncing off my back every time my knee would hit, and eventually I blew out a disc in my back between C6 and C7. So I ended up getting my spine fused, and that was a long process. We could save that story for another video, but so you know, I am no stranger to joint pain. When I went vegan, it was about 2 weeks in, and I'm telling you right now, all of my joint pain was gone, all of it. And this was without joint support, this was without icing it. I went vegan, and within 2 weeks, my elbows were good, my neck was pain-free, I wasn't icing, I wasn't taking supplements. To me, it felt like a miracle because I had tried so long and so hard to get rid of my joint pain when I was eating meat, and it just wasn't going anywhere. There's a lot of inflammatory aspects to that kind of eating, whereas going plant-based or vegan, there's a lot of anti-inflammatory aspects to that, and I'm walking proof of it. I know I'm only one guy, and that's kind of an anecdotal way to look at it, but I'm not the only person that'll say that. I'm just telling you right now, if you have joint pain and you want to try to ease that or get rid of it, try going plant-based, try giving up animal products, because it's not only helped me, it's helped a bunch of people get rid of their joint pain. For me, the physical benefits of going vegan have been astronomical. It has been a huge game changer for me. You know, going vegan doesn't mean that you're just gonna be able to pack on a ton of muscle and that you're gonna be able to get shredded. That's not my message here. The message is you can do that if you want to do that, but you still gotta put in the work. I don't wanna make it look like, hey, here I am, I'm vegan, and this can be you if you go vegan. That's not what I'm saying. You still gotta put the work in, you still gotta try hard, you still gotta put the effort in. But if you do it and you do it right, you're gonna be able to get the results you want. Now, because going vegan saved my joints, I've been able to push harder, basically like I've been 18 again. You know, I'm 37 right now, and I know I look a little younger than that. Not bragging or anything, I know I look younger. I kind of have a baby face, and being vegan for 3 years, I know it slowed down that aging process. I'm just cramming in antioxidants all the time. I'm constantly eating superfoods. I'm constantly eating the best of the best. I'm not eating anything that's labeled as a carcinogen like meat. It's not as complicated as people make it sound. A lot of people who disapprove with vegan lifestyle will tell you that there's no way you can put on muscle, there's no way you can be shredded. A lot of these haters will call vegans skinny fat. Listen, vegan or not, if you have your numbers dialed in, you're gonna be shredded. Vegan or not, if you don't have your numbers dialed in and you don't have everything situated, yeah, okay, then you could be skinny fat, but that's not an attribute that's just attached to being vegan. That's just completely false. All right, the last physical benefit I wanna mention as a bro who's been vegan for 3 years is that I have more muscle fullness and my strength has gone up. Now, don't get me wrong, I think a big factor of that is because my joints healed correctly. My joints healed completely, and now I can push like I should. I can push the weight. I can drop in that effort like I'm 18 again, and of course that's gonna have a big play in my strength and power output, but I wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't vegan, so of course it's gonna be a benefit. And with that comes more muscle fullness. I know my glycogen stores are more full because I'm getting a higher carb diet than I was in the past. And I really don't want this to be an analytical channel. I want this to just be more of my experience, an experience that's widely shared with other people. I'm not the only one who tell you this stuff. Better strength, better power output, and more muscle fullness. I'm getting enough carbs, all right? And I'm getting enough protein. As a vegan, you don't have to worry about getting enough protein. It's so easy to get enough. I'm super active and I get like 0.7 grams per pound of body weight. But I'm at Chipotle now and I need to get a post-jiu-jitsu burrito. Last time I brought my camera in there, they weren't so happy with me about that. So I'm gonna bring my phone in, I'm gonna record what I get. It's pretty basic, I'll show you guys what I get, and we'll keep this moving. Oh, bad news, they're only taking digital orders. So I'm going down the street to Sheetz, and I'm gonna show you my signature burrito that I get there. It's less calories, it's less protein, but it still gets the job done, so let's get it. We're back. I watched her roll this thing. It's a complete beast. Look at this. Oh, oh man, I know I put tater tots in there. Sundays are my cheat days, so I had a little bit of fun with my food on Sundays. If you haven't tried tater tots in your burritos, please do yourself a favor and give it a try. Now, the only protein source in this is really the beans, so this isn't gonna be a high protein burrito. I'm not worried about it. Again, you don't need 1 gram or 2 of protein per pound of body weight. That's just overkill. You don't need that much. So this is fine. It's a low protein burrito. I'm gonna make up for it on the back end. I'll take you guys with me for some of my meals today, and you'll get to see that hitting my numbers isn't hard at all. If you watched my last video, you know I had like 160 something grams of protein by the end of the day. You know, I weigh, on a heavy day, I'm 190, on a light day, I'm like 185. I'm 5'11", 160 grams is plenty of protein for what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna eat this right now. You can watch if you want, but I'm eating. Which brings me to my next point. Before I was vegan, but thinking about going vegan, I was worried about the foods I'd have to give up. Like Chinese food, Mexican food, a lot of Italian food. But guess what? As a vegan bro, I'm telling you right now, I didn't have to give up anything. All I gave up was animal products, and there's literally a replacement for each and every one of those foods that I was worried about giving up. And there's high protein replacements for all of those, if that's something you're worried about. Oh my God. Oh my God, can you see this? The tater tots in there. I'm telling you, if you haven't tried tater tots, in a burrito. It's not something I do all the time. I'm pretty sure they're deep fried. So for example, I've always been into Chinese food. I've always loved, you know, the bourbon chicken. I've always loved the orange chicken, the General Tso's, sesame, all that stuff. Before I went vegan, I was like, well, I'm gonna have to give all that up. Guess what? You don't give it up. All these Chinese places can make it with tofu and it tastes even better. They make it without any of the skin or the ligaments, any of that stuff that slips through and makes it into the food. It's totally nasty. I don't know how anybody eats that, but yeah, tofu is just clean. The way they make it is so good, which taught me that I like tofu. I was raised up thinking that tofu was gross. It was flavorless. It had a gross texture. I made that judgment off stuff I heard. I had never even tried tofu and I didn't like it. I always try to tell people, don't judge it until you try it. That's tofu, that's anything. That's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that's really anything. So tofu is good, and that's coming from a bro. That's coming from a vegan bro. It's an excellent source of micros. It's an excellent source of fat and protein. It's low carb, if that's your thing. And you can make it taste good no matter what you put it with. Who would have thunk? Look at all that. Ooh. Oh, no. 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 Can't let it go to waste. Years ago, if you would have told me that one day I was gonna like tofu and that I'd eat it regularly, I would have told you you're insane. But here I am, 3 years into veganism, loving tofu. It's crazy, and it's good for you. So, and there's no animal cruelty involved with it. So what do you? I don't get it. Like, if you haven't tried it and you think you hate it, just give it a shot because it's good stuff.
I'm feeling good today. Oh, I'm feeling good today.
And as I put out more footage, as I put out more content, I'm gonna show you more meat replacement options. Stuff that tastes excellent, things that are macro friendly, calorie friendly for your fitness goals, all that. So trust me, if you're thinking about going vegan, but you're worried about the food, don't worry about a thing. It all works out, and it works out well. I promise you. Babe, you ready to go to the restaurant? Come here.
Wait, I can't.
You got it. Come on.
No, I'm scared to hurt my leg.
You
I'm
are.
scared to hurt my leg.
You're fine. I got you. You are a different kind of creature. You know this?
Hey, that's what you did last time.
All right, I'm hungry. Let's go eat, baby.
Okay.
So, reunited with Marky, BFF/wife/household comedian. We are on our way out to Los Compadres, one of our favorite Mexican restaurants. So I'm going to show you exactly what I get there. Again, this is more of a cheat day, so I'm just kind of having fun with my food. I'm not counting calories or macros. I do this once a week, and this helps me to reset my drive to want to eat clean and eat healthy and just kind of pursue my fitness goals, because I can tell you from experience, when I stay on a cut or I stay on a fitness plan without cheat meals, me personally, I start to get bored and I start to look for excuses to, I don't know, kind of give up on it or to kind of stray on it. So cheat days are a really good way to help me realign my focus and get me back on track. Plus, I have one more bodybuilding meal I want to show you how I make it home with the macros and calories included. So make sure to stick around for that. All right, we're here. I'll see you on the inside. All right, we're here. Chips, guac, some pop, soda, depending on where you're from. I will say this, you don't know how much self-control you don't have until you have a basket of these sitting in front of you. Am I right? More to come. I'm gonna show you the meal I got. Vegetable fajita. Check it out.
I can't be happier than I am right now, than I am right now. I can't be happier than I am right now, than I am right now. And so I'm told, dreaming is what keeps you from growing old. Still the same kid sitting on the couch, pretending that I got it all figured out. Like, oh, we got this, it's gonna be something. I don't know where we're going, but I don't really care. I go out all night, we watching the sunrise. I ain't got no worries, cause I got you right here.
And that's Los Compadres. We had a really good time. The food there is just beyond good. And as you can see, you can do vegan really easily, Mexican food. It's not hard to do. You don't have to sacrifice taste or nutrients by eliminating animal products. Did you have fun, man? You had a good time laughing at me?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're both super full.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people, they transition to veganism and they eat only low-calorie options, and a lot of plant-based foods out there, especially the whole foods, they're dense foods and they're light on the calories, so they fill you up, but you're not getting a lot of calories, which is great if you know what you're doing on a cut with that. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're not tracking your calories, it's really easy to fall short. And because of that, people will lose muscle mass because they're just not getting enough calories. And then they say, oh, this vegan thing doesn't work. Going plant-based doesn't work. No, it works great. You're not doing it correctly. You're not eating enough calories. Animal products are very calorie dense. A lot of the whole food, plant-based foods are light on the calories. It's really easy to fall short, I'm telling you. But if you know what you're doing, it's really helpful for a cut. I am stuffed. And I still have to cook one more meal. I've got one more bodybuilding meal for you guys. And I want to finish up these points about my experience as a vegan bro. What do you think? Nothing? All right, I'll see you inside.
Yeah, I walk with broken feet, generations on my back.
I promised you a meal, so here it is. We're gonna make vegan chicken wraps. High protein, low calorie. These are really good for muscle building, muscle repair, cutting. They're gonna be low calorie, so this is gonna be really ideal if you're on a shred, if you're on a slight shred. All right, we're gonna be using the Plant Strength vegan chicken bites. These are amazing. They're made out of soy, so as long as soy doesn't bother you, you're gonna be good with this. I eat soy all the time. It's a common misconception that soy is bad for you. Soy does not elevate estrogen. It doesn't mess with your testosterone. I eat it all the time. My testosterone is super healthy. Soy is not a problem. These are gonna be soy curls. We're gonna just follow the directions on the back. Very, very easy to make. I got that going right now. Once those are done cooking, we're gonna be using these Olay Extreme Wellness Wraps. These are really tasty, they're high fiber, they're low calorie. They're only 50 calories in one wrap. As you can see, we got 1.5 grams of fat, 15 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of protein per wrap, all vegan. And we're just gonna fill the entire wrap up with baby spinach along with the chicken bites. Really nutritious, micro dense, you can't go wrong, plus it's filling if you add enough. And the flavor, Jihu sugar-free sweet chili dipping sauce. Now again, a lot of you guys don't like sugar-free stuff. You don't have to use this if you don't want to. I love this stuff. This is so good. I don't go crazy on it, but you know, everything in moderation. This is really good. It's a really good low calorie option. You'll see that a lot of the options I use are gonna be low calorie. And that's just because I like to stay lean year round. I eat to get full, but I also eat low calorie so that I can maintain my shreds. All right? Very simple meal, not a lot to it. The chicken bites are already seasoned. They come seasoned in the bag. It really takes all the thinking out of it. I'm gonna stir it occasionally for about 20 to 25 minutes. And once it absorbs all the water that I put in there, which was 3 cups, just follow the instructions on the bag. And once that water is completely evaporated and soaked into the chicken bites, we can serve this up, and I'm gonna show you exactly what it looks like. I'll show you all the macros and calories for these, and you'll see that it's pretty easy to hit your numbers and stay low calorie if that's what you wanna do. All right, let's get into it. Got them all packaged up. We're all done. There's a 100% chance I won't be able to eat this right now. I'm still super stuffed from my last meal at Los Compadres. So I'm going to save these for later. And when hunger hits me, instead of ordering Chinese food or pizza or anything that's on delivery that's going to be easily accessible but not so healthy, I can just go to this instead, and it'll help me stay on track. You know, that last meal was pretty big and indulgent just because they used a lot of oil. I had a ton of guacamole. And I'm not hating on it. I just, lots of calories. I don't need to go too far over. So I'm going to save these for later. And when hunger strikes, I'll be ready. We have to cover one more good point of being a vegan bro for 3 years and a bad point. So let's go upstairs. Welcome to the lab. This is where I do all my editing. This is where I put everything together. To wrap this video up, I want to cover one more good point and one more bad point. The physical benefits are amazing, don't get me wrong, but I had one really big mental benefit that really didn't reveal itself to me until I became vegan, and that was empathy. I never thought of myself as an empathetic person, and empathy isn't something I ever considered to be important or even something I ever even thought about on any level. But after becoming vegan and seeing the way certain animals are treated, I just began to put myself in other people's shoes and considered how I would feel if I was stuck in that situation. It started off with animals for me. As being a vegan, I'm an animal lover, but I also started to be empathetic towards people, and I was more conscious of how I treat people, the things I say, and the way I portray myself. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to be aggressive or mean to people. I don't want to say sarcastic things unless I'm joking around with buddies. I want to be a respectful person to not only people, but also animals. I would say that probably the biggest mental benefit would be empathy. And with that came a lot of peace of mind, knowing I don't contribute to animal cruelty. My contribution to animal cruelty is very much minimalized. Also, my cruelty to the human race. Everything from my behavior to the decisions I make has been minimized greatly. So empathy, pretty cool. I never thought I could be empathetic, but turns out I have a heart after all. It's crazy. Now for my last point, I promised you my honest opinion. I'm gonna give you the one bad thing I experienced as being vegan. There's only one thing, and I might as well be 100% honest about it. Bloating in the beginning. I can tell you right now that it's not permanent. When I transitioned to being vegan, the bloating was pretty intense for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, until my body became acclimated and I got used to it. So at one point, I was like a bubble with legs walking around because my fiber was just so high, but I can promise you that goes away. Certain foods are gonna do that no matter what. Like if I eat too much broccoli, I'm definitely gonna be bloated. I feel like that would be a lot of people. So you learn what foods you can eat and which foods to stay away from that make you bloated no matter what. You acclimate, your body gets used to it, and you can live your life without that bloat. But guys, that's it. Bloating. Just bloating. I hear other people talk about sensitive teeth, hollow teeth, weak bones, all this stuff. Listen, if you're getting all the minerals and nutrients you need and you're not deficient in anything, you're not gonna have issues. You're gonna have farts for 2 weeks when you start, and that's it. If you want help transitioning into the vegan lifestyle and you want to do that healthy and you want to do it correctly, you can contact me on veganironape@yahoo.com or contact me on Instagram at WilbrooksOfficial, and I can send you more information on how to start one of my plans, whether it be for fitness or just transitioning into the vegan lifestyle. Because guys, it's not hard. If you do it right, it's a very pleasant experience, minus the farting in the beginning, and that's it. That's it. All right, guys, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I truly appreciate you. If you're feeling generous, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It truly helps me grow this channel and get my message out there. So until next time, I'll see you in the next video. And then, way too much caffeine. How do I end it? How do I end it? How do I end it?